I want to spend a moment or two explaining this activity. The purpose of this activity is to show you how a compression wave can be represented by a sine curve. So let's look at what it says here. It says the graph below shows the displacement of particles in a longitudinal wave at two instances of time, or in time. First of all, when there is no compression, this is the top row. So that's that row there, and there is no wave going through the medium at that time. And the second point here says when there is a wave travelling through the bottom row. So that is this row. So here we have the wave going through. And here we have a compression. Here we have a rarefaction. Here compression, rarefaction. So what it says here is number the particles from 1 to 17, starting with 1 at the left-hand side. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and all the way up here to 17. Then it says, using a ruler, measure using a ruler the equilibrium positions of the particles from the top row. So if I take a ruler and measure these distances here, okay, in my case this ends up, for the first one it is 0, okay, and in my case here on the screen it's not millimetres, it is centimetres. So in your case, in the book, it's millimetres, and you use your own ruler. So the first figure here is 0. The next one, as I measured here, is 6. And the next measure here is 11. The measurement after that is 17. And so on. So we get those measurements. Then it says, measure with a ruler the displacement of each particle from its equilibrium position using the arrows. So here are the arrows here, and what it's showing here, this diagram shows that this particle has been displaced backwards as the sound goes through. So what I've got to do is measure this, and that in my case here is close enough to about 3.4. Now the first instance there is no displacement, and again I'm measuring in centimetres. In the second case there, as I said, the measurement was about 3.2. Now I'm going to make that minus 3.2. Why? Because it's displaced in this direction. I then get the next measurement here, and as I do that, that looks to me to be about 5. And I'm going to make that minus 5. The next one is back about 3.4, and then the one after that, as you can see, is 0. And if I measure this, I now get a measurement of about 3.5. I'm doing this rather hurriedly, and this time it's plus 3.5. I don't actually have to put in the plus sign there. The next one, as you might guess, is going to be a 5. I can put in the 5. What we are now able to do is then go to the next page and create the graph. So here we are at the next page, and what I can do now is graph those figures. So we're graphing the displacement. The first one was 0, the next one was about 3.2 minus, and then it went to 5, and so on. So what we're going to end up getting is a sine curve. That's not exactly it, but you'll be able to do it more carefully in your activities book.